Late August, Ramadan, for Muslims the holiest time of the year. A time of reflection, praying, and fasting.
Allahu Akbar.
But for the Muslims in Murfreesboro, Ramadan was a time of unease. Their plans to build a new house of worship had produced strong opposition. Members of the congregation sought answers from the imam.
Some of them were concerned. Some of them were scared. Some of them couldn't understand why. This why I couldn't provide it for them.
Imam Osama Balul came from Egypt to America in 2004 to lead a small mosque in Irving, Texas.
I consider myself a Texan without the Texan accent.
Deep in the heart of Texas, Balul learned English and learned that in post-9/11 America, freedom of religion didn't mean freedom from suspicion.
And I learned that I have to be careful because some people have an idea about Muslims and it is not a good one.
Mama!
Yes.
It was at the mosque in Texas where Imam Osama met his future wife, Ivy.
I was raised Methodist.
You, shortly after 9/11, decided to convert.
Correct.
For many people,
Yeah.
converting to Islam would be the last thing they would do.
Well, I think that anyone that has ever known someone that is Muslim and would hear the things that were being said, it just didn't make sense. So I picked up a book. And then I picked up another one, and until I read the Quran. And then I contacted the local mosque in my area. I've had a couple of comments because I am an American Muslim. Some people feel like, you know, you're a traitor. How could you become one of them?
This architect built so many mosques around the area.
Despite strong opposition, by late summer, Imam Osama and the other leaders of the congregation decided to go forward with the first phase of their project, grading and leveling the land.
We did not have any kind of celebration or
Why
anything.
not? You could have done a big groundbreaking. That's how these things usually go.
We don't want to sound like we are aggravating people's feeling.
The low-key beginning did little to silence opponents who felt their concerns weren't being heard.
I think they have a right to expand, but I think that the public has a right to say, wait a minute, there's some concerns here.
Kevin Fisher, who'd led the protest march against the planned Islamic Center, said traffic was a big concern.
By their own admission, they're going to draw people from all over the county. Now, you're going to put a whole lot of new drivers in the back roads of Tennessee.
Concerns were also raised about the cemetery on the site. Already, one elderly Muslim had been buried there.
You have well water out there. You have people who are going to be drawing off the same source. See, according to their tradition, they don't bury with a casket, they don't bury with a vault.
So you're telling me like a casket protecting a body is going to change the quality of the water versus a body that's not in a casket?
It could, yeah, absolutely.
So how much of this is also, you just don't want a mosque in that neighborhood?
Not one person that I know of, or friends of mine, or people I've have read anything I've written, have ever said they don't have a right to worship. They have a right to worship however they see fit.
I feel like what they're doing is kind of taking things and throwing them at the wall and seeing what sticks. And it hasn't really stuck very well, but I think they're still trying.
Does it feel like people are in a war with Islam?
Yes, there's no doubt. I used
Do you feel like people here are in a war with Islam?
Some of them, yes. There is no doubt also. I'm very comfortable to say this.
So you saved some of the messages?
Yes, I did.
There were disturbing voicemails.
Tuesday, 6:27 a.m. Muhammad was a just like the rest of you queer bitches. It's a state.
So what did you think when you heard that the first time?
I couldn't believe that I heard this. And I was shocked, I would say, yeah. Yes. And I don't like the term go back home. If we are American, I guess this is our home. And everyone has to realize this.
In late August, construction was barely underway when members of the mosque received a call from the police. A fire in the middle of the night had damaged equipment at the site.
And I looked at the site and, tears started to come down. It's why. What did we do?
Leaders of the congregation came to assess the damage.
It's a natural growth to our community. We are growing.
Suddenly, our interview was interrupted by the sound of gunfire.
There's some shot fired.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you hear that?
Murfreesboro, Tennessee Police Department.
Fear had replaced concern.
I don't know if we're understanding here. I don't know.
So scared. That's what they're trying to do. It's a terrorist act.
I heard very loud shots coming from this way.
All right, hang on. Up in the fields there, we're gonna go up there and check for you.
Yeah.
It could very well be hunters. It could very well be. But we're gonna check it out. We got plenty of guys in the area.
Thank you.
And we'll make sure that we document at least your concerns.
Thank you so much.
You'll have something
Really
to show us.
appreciate it.
We're looking into it.
We're grateful for your
Okay.
work.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
This whole issue is set.
Let's hope it's a hunter and it's not something that was done intentional. Because I know this community, it's a good community, so...
People don't have to be scared like this in America. This is America. What is this? People can disagree with each other kindly, but violent like this is nonsense. This is violent. For children to be scared in the mosque, it's bad. For all the people to be worried about their safety, this is sad. This is sad. This is too much. خلاص يا عم كفاية مدي كفاية. This is enough, I guess. Enough.
Days after the suspicious fire, Imam Osama addressed his congregation.
I believe those people opposing this project, they do not understand the consequence of what they are doing. They are damaging the kids while they are damaging the image of this country.
Protests, vandalism, and now a suspicious fire.
Let's go!
Yet the fight over the planned Islamic center of Murfreesboro was just beginning.
What we're saying to the court is they can claim religion all they want, but it don't mean you're going to come in here and do this in Rutherford County.